What up, guys?
Hey.
Everybody get their situation situated.
What situation? Oh yeah. Well,
Refill.
yeah.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
You're
Gotta
doing
put
good
some
Not
stuff,
have like a
David.
Do you guys not have just like a cooler of beer with you? Because I just like bringing an entire cooler of beer down with me.
Yeah, but you're downstairs. I'm like right next to my refrigerator. I want as few beers as I can have next to me while still being able to go to the fridge in between.
That's why I have a cooler.
Yeah, but I'm just right over there. It's no big deal, man.
I used to bring a cooler, but then I don't know. I just stopped.
Well, you started
That
drinking
was
a lot
part
of
of the-
liquor on the call, right?
I have to, so that slows me down a little bit.
Yeah.
Sometimes
be
I'll
Jeff.
ask for a beer to be delivered while we're on the podcast. So that's
Oh, there you go.
Nice.
No, but that was one of the things when we first started doing this whole deal. Was like people talked about that they liked hearing like the rustling of the beer and the ice and the crack. It's the reason why we do the cracking of the beer to begin the episode. So
true.
Yeah. Anyhow, oh shit, let's close it out. What was that episode title we had? I forget what it was. It's pretty good.
Steaming pile
Doesn't
of
matter.
Dukes.
Steaming pile of Dukes. That's right. Yeah, that's good.
Do you need to write in this one too?
No, it doesn't matter. I can look it up tomorrow. Oh, no, there was one thing that I saw. There was an article that got posted about some potentially big changes coming to the whole bowl schedule. The article was boring as fuck, but there was a couple of things I found actually kind of interesting. One was the biggest one to me, I thought, was talking about actually moving the entire college football season up 1 week. So instead of starting on that, so what's now considered week 0, that weekend before Labor Day, whatever.
Yeah.
Which one? Which Labor? I can remember Labor Day and Memorial Day.
Labor
when it was
Memorial,
normally-
same thing.
So starting it actually on that weekend beforehand, just to kind of give more time. We'll give a double bye week or 2 buys for everybody, or just move up the whole bowl schedule to adjust to the 12-team college football playoff. What do you guys think about starting football a week earlier than it is now?
I think we'll have teams that'll petition to start a week early again to make that week 0.
Those Hawaii teams.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, we should petition to get a week 0 game. Why not?
We did. We got one. We got a game that I guess it was technically week. It was like a Wednesday. Because like it's when like the Falcons had a their preseason game.
Yeah,
on
we were like
Thursday.
the very, very first one year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but so the Falcons had a game
not
like
on a
that
Saturday.
Thursday, and then the Georgia Dome was hosting a Friday, Saturday, Sunday barrage of games. We were the very first FBS game. I think there were some FCS games that happened the weekend before. And we were the first FBS game, but then they made that rule where if you play Hawaii, you're allowed to have a week 0 game. If you play at Hawaii, you're allowed to have a week 0 game.
That'd be a fun trip,
or not.
Right? Not really.
Shit, dude. If we ever play
Expensive.
Hawaii, yeah, I'm going to that. I mean,
I'm going to that.
I'm definitely leaving all my kids at home and potentially leaving my wife at home.
I'm bringing a hooker.
Why are you
doing
bringing
it
one? Just
doing
get
it
one while you're
big.
there.
Cheaper. Come on.
Get local. Like all the money you would be spending on the flight, you could just spend on while you're there.
And you'd be supporting the local economy.
Support the local economy of Hawaii.
Don't import. Buy local.
Oh boy. No, I think moving everything forward a week. If you have like another week of tournament, then that's legit. I'm cool with it. I like football, so I'll take another week of football all day.
And they were talking about like having like with the expanded college football playoff, like be like 3 weeks of bowl games instead of effectively 2 weeks of bowl games. Which I like that. I like bowl week. Just wake up on a random Tuesday and be like, what game's on at noon? And there's a game on at noon. You're like, oh shit, I don't know who these teams are. It's some MAC team, some Mountain West team I've never heard of before. because I don't pay attention to college football
Yeah, but
outside of Georgia State.
Tournaments are cool. Like I feel like they give you a reason to like care about the sport more than you might if you were just watching a bunch of random bowl games that don't really make a difference. So like it's really cool to be able to extend the season in a way that would make a majority of football fans still care, right? I mean, like you're still watching these games. Like for all these programs that have teams that don't make bowl games every now and again, like us. It's really hard for me to give a shit about any of the other games that are going on, and I'm watching the national championship series, but it not just because of Georgia. I watched all of them because I want to know about, like, these are good games. Tournaments are fun.
There have been some good games. I mean, I think the interesting thing about the playoff is at what point will people start asking for 16 teams?
I'm down with 16 teams. It's all good.
It'll happen. Like 5 years.
There's 125 teams. It's not like 16 out of 32.
Right.
As soon as Alabama is the 13th team.
The playoff field is too small. We need to expand.
Well, so that was another article that I read that I didn't even like put notes down to talk about. It was and this doesn't actually apply to college football because the college football bowl system and playoff system is run completely separate of the NCAA. But the NCAA was looking at it across their sports, making a rule, like the Rules and Change Committee or whatever it's called, that 25% of teams should always make the postseason, whatever it may be. So, like for college basketball, whereas now you have 68 teams that make the NCAA tournament with all your little play-in games and dumb things. This would be 90 teams. So you're adding another 20 teams to the college basketball tournament. And that would translate down to all your baseball and your soccer and all your volleyball and all these other NCAA sanctioned sports. I'm just like, it's 20. If you're going to do 25% make the postseason, then I want every ranking system to include 25% of teams. I don't want to have the top 25 teams. I want to have the top 25% teams. I want to know where everybody stands. Because why are you going to have 25 teams in a ranking, but 90 are being allowed into the playoffs or the your postseason? I still think you do rank all of them. I think
you do conference champions plus, and then fill in at larges.
At large.
Then build it that way. Build the rankings that way. I mean, and if you have all the
but that's not an accurate ranking,
right? It's not.
But if you win your conference, you absolutely deserve a shot to like prove people wrong. Well, because you've done everything you could do in that particular season, so you should get to try even harder.
Well, I guess that makes sense because you don't know your conference champion during the regular season, so you have no idea who it would be. It would be like the highest ranked team, I guess, would be your projected conference champion.
And you might not consider that team to be better than another team that did not win their conference, right? Like if a UGA doesn't win their conference, some year, then that doesn't mean they're worse than, West Kentucky. I mean, who maybe wins CSA one year. You know what I mean? Like that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it's true. There's a lot of rain going on
with at large slots, and then and so therefore, like you still get like all the people who you think are the best teams that you theorize they get a shot. And all the people who earned their way into having a shot also get their way. And you get the Cinderella thing because some of those teams are going to win every now and again. And it's going to be really fun. Everyone's going to love it. Everyone loves that shit, man.
But if you're looking at basketball again, if you're adding 22 teams to basketball, Sunbelt all of a sudden's got shots to get a second or third or a first and a second at large bid, Yeah. Like look at us last year. Who was it? Was it Texas State or whoever it was that was the regular season champ, and then we ended up running the conference tournament? They would have probably had their shot to get into the tournament as well, or they would just fill it with ACC and Big Ten teams or some shit like that.
I think at that point they let the runner up get in.
It depends on where they're ranked and how that fits into the at large.
the NIT becomes even more irrelevant because like we have like the worst of the. It used to be the best of the rest. Now it's the worst of the rest, or the best of the worst.
I'm just thinking about it. Would they try to compact all those games into the first 2 days for all
No,
90 teams?
I don't.
Game starts every 30 minutes.
There was nothing in the article that I read that addressed how they would do the logistics of the games, but yeah, you can't. You got to spread that out. You can't have a team play. You can't have a team play their conference tournament and turn around in 3 or 4 days and play like 3 or 4 playing games in a row just to get to that top 64.
I think basketball is solid. I think football needs a lot more games, and basketball is like they figured it out. I think they've got the recipe. Like it just feels like the conference champs plus all the at-larges, and there's plenty of teams in it, and there's enough like you gave enough rope to like let the people who might not make it based on rankings like they're still in.
I don't like those 4 or I guess those 2 play-in games. Going from 64 to those 64 to 68, I think are dumb. If you're gonna add teams over 64,
add a layer.
Expand the bracket to actual like make
a new bracket.
Legit.
Yep.
Yeah, make legit routes for teams to get in there. That's just dumb. It's just absolutely
agree
dumb.
And then once you're at 90, go to 98 with playing games.
But really, I think cut the stupid playing games. Just in that, and then
that's
still
do
the conference champs plus at-larges.
That's kind of what I was getting at. Was like just cut those 2 extra games. They're pointless.
Yeah.
They don't even have. It's only in like 2 of the brackets too.
And
like,
nobody
only
watches that shit, right? I mean, like,
have you guys
ever watched a play-in game?
I watch them.
Oh, well then y'all
like,
can't complain.
The 16 seed games are fun to watch because it's like desperation central.
All right. So what you're saying is
you mean watching?
Yeah.
You mean watch Appalachian State lose in the play-in game?
Yes, watch the lowest seeded team in the bracket lose. Yes,
I do think that no conference champion should ever be in a play-in game. I think you've earned your right to the main bracket
to get away from that.
Yeah,
fair enough. I mean, they earned their way into the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, but that playing game
they weren't.
The playing game was bogus. Like why? I don't know what the reasoning behind that was, other than just having 2 more games to make money off of. It's stupid. Like
you're testing the waters to expand it.
Then just expand, but why expand it across all 4 brackets, all 4 regions?
Yeah.
Like why does it only exist in 2? It's stupid. It's dumb. Yeah. Man, if I could just run sports, I'd be so good at running
8.
sports. So I would not be good at running sports. I'd be better than what's there now, because they're stupid. And Georgia State would always have a place in. Georgia State would always.
So you are
always
right. They'd be like, well, it's conference champions, and then it's at large, and then it's it's Georgia State.
But no, it'd be.
Are we always team 90? Are we team 90 always?
No, we're always a first seed getting a shitty team.
The rules are Georgia State number 1, and then conference champions, and then at large.
Exactly, and also every team must split revenues with Georgia State. Like you guys,
this all begins in 2025.
When the dynasty begins.
Then when the dynasty begins. That's right.
So did the article you read, David, did it kind of lean towards the NCAA is really looking at going to 90?
Well, the recommendation was that 25, no matter the sport, again, outside of football, outside the sport, 25% of teams should make it. I think that's a little high. I don't think a quarter of all teams should be making it into the postseason.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. I mean, think about some of the other sports that have fewer teams. Basketball is like probably the highest populated team of sports. Like there's more basketball teams than there are any other like baseballs and soccers, and because like most of the P5 doesn't even compete in soccer.
Right.
So, which I don't understand why. I think there should be a compelling reason for them to do it, but it kind of gives the G5 programs a better chance of establishing themselves at national dominant or performance by not having. If Georgia were to start a soccer program, immediately Georgia State and the other D1 programs in Georgia lose out on recruits immediately. So. What are you talking about?
I don't know, man.
Expanding to 90 teams and adding more sports and having Georgia play soccer.
Adding more. We should add more sports. We need more sports. How great would it be if there was if like college athletics was like the Olympics, where you had like fucking everything. You had like archery and like
you do have a
the
lot. There's a lot
snow
of
ski. No, but like all the schools did it. Like because like I think was it like Appy State has like all like that snowshoe shooting shit, whatever. They have like weird sports that nobody else has. Like we got beach volleyball, which is very, very it's building up, but it's not commonplace across college athletics.
But is skeet shooting included in the Bubba's Cup?
It would be if somebody sponsored it.
If it was real, yes.
If it was sponsored by the Sun Belt, fuck the Boobas Cup. I don't give a shit about the Boobas Cup.
What's a boob?
No, it's a U. It's not an OO.
Boobas?
That matters.
Bubba.
Yeah.
It's a Bubba Cup. Bubba's Cup.
No, there's only one. There's only one B. I guess we got to go back to teach you how to fucking grammar. How to fucking grammar. Yeah, I'll go with it.
It's a proper noun, and so those rules don't even apply. So
it's a name. It's a name. It's a dude. It's a dude's name.
I know his name is Bubba's.
Boobas. It's the Boobas Cup.
Oh, Boobas.
Boobas Cup.
Boobas,
I don't know.
Boobas.
That's the way it's spelled. All right. I'm bored.
I have a question. I have a question for you guys before you wrap it up, because I feel like you're trying to wrap it up, and I have a very important question.
Mm-hmm.
What is a muddy buddy?
It's a race, right? Muddy Buddy is a race, isn't it?
It's a race. Okay. Oh, like a
like
Spartan race.
The Spartan race, the Tough Mudders, stuff like that. It's a Muddy Buddy, right?
I thought a Muddy Buddy was a snack.
A snack. Okay. All right.
That's stuff covered with the powdered sugar.
Yeah.
And the
No,
M&Ms and all that.
It's a Nutter Butter.
No, it is. The muddy. It's exactly what Tim is saying. There's it's like cereal mixed with powdered sugar and chocolate and peanut butter and stuff. But I was like, Muddy Buddy, guys. That sounds like somebody who's into some things. You know.
I don't get it.
Sounds like somebody who's into some muddy things. You know what I'm saying? Be your Muddy Buddy.
Dirty sex. All right.
Yeah.
That's where I think you're going.
Like butt stuff.
That's really what I thought you guys would
sex.
hear, and it turns out one of you heard a race, which is totally not what I expected, and the other one proved me wrong. So here we go.
All right, thank you everybody for listening to the last call. Believe it or not, we're going to talk more after this, but that's
what we do. That's what we do here. We talk about Muddy Buddies.
Got to make sure you have the right attire on while you're running your Muddy Buddy race, eating your Muddy Buddy.
All right. Say goodbye, guys.
Goodbye, guys.
Goodbye, guys.